So once again, I have both the boys napping. Kellen went down at about 1:30 and then Wesley went down at 2:30. So I'm just gonna do a little makeup. I don't have much going on this evening other than we are going over to my husband's parents' house because two of Joe, my husband's aunts and uncles are in town. So we're just gonna go hang out with them. They're leaving tomorrow. So we're gonna go have some dinner. I'm assuming a good Italian dinner. But I'm just gonna start with my brows. I'm just gonna use the Blonde Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This is a go-to for me. I just lightly kind of fill in the sparse areas. This is my quick brow. I do like to spend a little bit more time on my brows when I know I'm gonna have time, but time is limited right now, most likely. So I'm just gonna fill these in, give them a good little brush. So there's kind of the difference. My brows are pretty much, you know, I feel like I don't even have to pluck them anymore. It's like you've been doing it for so long, I rarely have to pluck them. So this is kind of what I'm left with after years of plucking. But luckily I don't think I ever really overplucked or anything like that. Never did too much damage, I don't think. So anyway, and then while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna curl my eyelashes because that's something I always like to do. I've had quite a bit of postpartum hair loss going on because as my baby is approaching 4 months, as far as I remember with my first, it was the 4-month mark where it got real. And a whole bunch of my eyelashes fell out on this eye along with it. So they're starting to grow back, but that was something I don't remember happening with my first. So, all right, so now I'm gonna do some concealing. Now for base, I did do a little bit of this Glow Screen by Supergoop. I do like it. It's got a really nice glow to it, and it's nice to have that SPF 40. And then this is a ride or die product for me, the Origins Ginseng. This is a tinted moisturizer, which also has SPF 40. It's the energy boosting tinted moisturizer. With broad spectrum SPF 40. I've used this for probably a decade, on and off, but mostly on. So I did a mixture of those and did that several hours ago. So now I'm just gonna go in with probably like a lighter concealer. I'll just use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I use it in the color Custard. So I do like to put it on the back of my hand if I'm going for a lighter look. I do just put that on the back of my hand here. And then I like to use this Morphe E30. This brush is kind of my go-to for concealer. It's dense, but it has some give to it. So I just like the way that it distributes the product. And then I am just gonna go into the areas where I get redness, which is around my nose. I kind of always start there. Start towards the center of your face. And then I've got some hyperpigmentation right there. I mean, I've got some freckling, which I don't mind, but this one is kind of unsightly. So I do cover that one with a bit of concealer, and then I move into the under eye and try to give myself a little life under there. I'll do the other side. And I just find less is definitely more these days, if I can achieve that. So, and then I always have like this darkness right here in the corner of my eye, so I will kind of dab right there just to give my eyes a little bit of brightness and lift. So there's that. Pimple-wise, I always kind of have some on my chin. It seems like a little bit hormonal under there, so, and then just around my mouth with whatever extra. I've got, you know, some discolorations on my cheeks here, but I am gonna go in with some other products, so I feel like those will cover it slightly. I've got a hair. Okay, all right, moving on. Love Cream Bronzer slash contour. The one that one of my go-tos lately has been this one by Fenty Beauty, and it is in the color Butter Biscuit. There it is. It's very neutral, I'd say, just right in the middle, not too warm, not too cool. And then the brush I like to use for this is, it is a flat, dense brush by Morphe, and it's the Y6. So this is quite a stiff product, so I just give it some wax here, and that kind of seems to pick it up. And then with my contour slash bronzer, I don't like to go too far below the cheekbone, because then when I blend it out, I feel like it drags it down, which drags my face down, and I don't have a whole lot of face surface area I don't have room for that. So anyway, I just start kind of on top of my cheekbone here like this. Tap it on so you can kind of see, and then I start to blend. And like I said, this is a stiffer formula, so I kind of have to work with it a lot, but once it's on, I really do like it, and it does blend out well. It really does. It's just kind of requires a little bit of muscle. So then I'll just get some for the other side. And for some reason, it helps me to hold my hairline back like this. I think it keeps me from going too low, like I said, and then it'll kind of drag my face down. So that's my bronzer contour. As far as the neckline, I just like to kind of put a little bit of a shadow like from here and just kind of blend it down. It just kind of tucks my chin up a little bit. I don't really like to do like a line right here on my jawline. Just doesn't really suit me. So I just kind of go underneath like this, and then it just kind of gives me the feeling that I just kind of tucks up that skin that's, you know, not as tight as it was when I was 20. So, and then I do like to give my nose a little bit of definition and kind of tame the nose, if you will. And then just kind of give it that natural sun-kissed bronze look where the sun would hit anyway. So I just kind of go on the sides. Sometimes I'm a little more serious about contouring my nose, but on a day-to-day, I just kind of slap some bronzer on just to kind of bring it down a little bit. So there's that. And then for blush, I've just been loving cream and liquid products. I guess maybe the older I get, I like them. And then also, I just feel like if you need to touch up in the day, because of course you're holding babies, I'm holding babies all day, snuggling, giving them love and comfort, and your makeup just wears off. So I feel like with cream products, I'm able to go back in and just touch them up a lot more ease. So this is the Natasha Denona. This is called the Liquid Blush Serum, and I think this is a new product, and I'm really enjoying it. I got it from Sephora.com, and yeah, I just really like it. It's in the color Nude. Natasha Denona is one of those makeup artists who has like phenomenal eyeshadow palettes too. I did treat myself to one of her palettes a long time ago, but still have it. Obviously, it's beautiful. I think it's the gold. Anyway, beautiful colors. If you guys want to see a little tutorial with that at any point, let me know. That's that. So let's see, moving on, maybe I will set my concealer just slightly. One powder that I love that I do feel like I can always touch up over if I need to throughout the day is the Hourglass Translucent Veil Setting Powder. Beautiful product. I've had this for so long, and it's still going strong. I just use just a little bit here, and obviously kind of tap it off and just kind of go into these areas here where I had my concealer. There we go. So that's that. And then we have that done. So maybe I will do a little eyeshadow. My favorite thing to do with eyeshadow is, I have this thing is by Alexis Focal, and it's a little gimmicky. You can really use like a piece of tape or like a piece of tissue, but it has these different angles, like for cat eye and for career, natural, smoky. And what you do is you just line it up with the corner of your eye, and then it extends up towards your brow, and it just creates a little barrier so that when you put your shadow on, it doesn't get drug out. It's really helpful for me because I kind of have limited lid space because I have hooded eyes. So I really, really like to use that even on a daily basis. For me, it just makes me happy. And on a simple day-to-day look, I usually just use a bronzer as a eyeshadow. So I'm gonna use this one by Lila B. This is a clean beauty product. Lila B, it's the Be Sun-Kissed bronzer, and it's a nice heavy packaging. It's like, I don't know, it feels very like beachy and just very nice. So I'm just gonna use this. I'm just gonna combine the two colors. So tap it in, and then I'm just gonna line up. I just use this natural side. Just line it up. I'm gonna look in my other mirror. Kind of hard to look in the viewfinder, but I'll try. Here, I'm gonna try. So then I just always start right there. And that's kind of where my eye starts to fold. I do go well above my crease because, like I said, I don't have much lid space, and if I plan on showing off my eyeshadow, it's gotta go up a little higher. So anyway, that's what I do, and I really kind of wiggle it in this corner to get that straight line because I like to have that line. It just makes me feel like my eyes are more lifted, and I'd say that's one of the more dramatic parts about the makeup I like to do on a daily basis. So then I'll just go into the other eye. And here. Really wriggle it in right there. And I do kind of bring it out and over the corner of my eye, just to give my eyes some depth and interest. So then I remove it, and then you can see I can just kind of blend them out slightly. But if I use a bronzer, it usually gives me a diffused look so that I'm not being too dramatic with my eyes for a daytime look. But I will get crazy with that little outer corner on a night out, which I never have anymore. So anyway, moving on. Lower lash line. This has been my go-to. This is a Sephora Pro small shadow brush, number 15. And this one just has like a good little wiggle to it, but also some density. And that, I'll just take that same bronzer. Where did I put it? Here it is. And just kind of run it in both colors, tap it off. And then I make this face. This is the only way I can do my lower lash line. And just kind of wiggle it under there just to balance things out. Some people don't like lower lash line, you know, color. Just depends on your eye shape and what you're going for that day. And then after that, let's see, I did some blush. I will do some highlights some days. That glow screen does add a nice glow, and I find that most of the powder highlights that I have are just, I don't know, I feel like I can see them sitting on my skin more and more lately, and it bothers me. But so I'm kind of in a transition with my highlight. This one is Champagne Pop by Becca, and this one is by far and away been a favorite for a long time. And I just recently heard that Becca is like going out of business or closing their doors. I'm not sure. So if you're a Becca highlight fan, go get you some. But this is the mini version, so I might need to stock myself up because, anyway, let's just pop a little bit of that right here on the cheeks. And then I do like a glowy nose, even though I know it attracts attention, and but I still like the look. And then sometimes I'll just kind of tap the rest above my brows. And upper lip, don't do this on the daily really, but it is a look I like to do. And another added step that I love, and if I had the time and wasn't always getting interrupted with makeup, I would do this every day, which is the inner corner of my eyes. It just gives me a youthful feel. I love it. I'm looking for my brush that I use for this. Oh, here it is. Charlotte Tilbury. This is the eye smudger brush. Charlotte Tilbury, one of my favorites. I just love luxury, bougie brands. I just do. And she's one of those, but her products are phenomenal. So I just kind of do that to brighten up that inner corner. I don't know if you can tell, but I can, and when I see it in the mirror, it makes me happy. Oops. So then, before I forget my brows, I do like to set my brows. Sometimes I forget, but this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel, and I do use it in the color Blonde. It is lighter than my brow color, but it kind of has a shimmer to it, so it gives my brows and hairs some dimension, and it doesn't give them any orange cast or anything like that, so. Just kind of set my brows in place. And then mascara. This is the Dior Show Iconic. I am adamant about using brown mascara, not black brown, not brown black. I have to use brown. Black mascara for me just washes me out and makes me, it's just too dramatic for day to day. So I use brown mascara. So I am very limited in my brands of mascara that I can use. And Dior does make a proper brown. So that's that. But here, I'll just throw a little bit of mascara on. Oops. Yeah, that's never fun. You know, some people say to like let it dry and then wipe it off, but I can't help it. I have to like go right away and get it off. Okay. And then other eye. This formula is not my favorite. I don't feel like, I really like my eyelashes to be curly, and I feel like these kind of straighten them out a little bit even after I've curled them. There are certain mascaras that definitely hold the curl better than this one, but I'm okay with it. I usually don't do it on the bottom eyelashes unless I'm being fancy, so I'm gonna leave that out. And then I don't like waterproof formulas. They're a pain to get off at the end of the day, and I can't be bothered with that, so I usually just go for a regular formula. And then I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to, oh, lips. I love lip liner. I have a very lip color wise, so boring, but this is Oak by MAC, and this is one of my favorite all-time nude lip liners. So I'm just gonna go in with this. Pretty basic, just, you know, I outline my lips. I extend maybe slightly above my natural lip line. And then I'll rub it in. And then this is a Charlotte Tilbury product. This is from her Kissing Lips collection, and it is the Nude Kate. I think that all of those are named after like 90 supermodels, so. And then I am all about like the dead nude lip look. It just makes me happy, and that's always my go-to. And then I'm just trying to see if there's looks like anything else that I could use. I think I might just use a setting spray because I feel like it'll just add a little life to my skin here. I'm gonna use the MAC Prep and Prime, which is the Fix Plus. And I'm just gonna spray that. So, it always feels nice. And then that's pretty much what I do on a daily basis when I have the chance. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any questions or requests or anything else you'd like to hear from me, let me know.